Hello and welcome back to the Recovering Collector here on New Toy Robot. I'm Michael Jason Francis, and I just realized I didn't brush my teeth. I know it doesn't matter because it's just like a live stream and it's just me here, but yeah, I notice. Cool. Oh my gosh, welcome back to part 3 of our Transformers the movie, and the animated Transformers the movie unboxing of the Studio Series figures that were inspired by the film. Um, this will be the last part. I didn't think this would go on for 3 episodes, but it has. But I'm glad it did because one of the things I really want to talk to you about tonight, besides unboxing these 3 figures, which I will get to and I will take care of, but I wanted to talk about the soundtrack for Transformers the movie. And you're probably wondering, like, now why would you talk about this soundtrack? And it's funny because it's the most 80s soundtrack. I mean, yeah. You can say Valley Girl, stuff like that, but it's like the definitive 80s soundtrack. It's got synthesizers, it's got heavy rock and roll. I'm heavy rock and roll, heavy metal music. Oh no. Okay. It's got heavy metal music. It's got Weird Al Yankovic on it. Weird Al Yankovic has a song "Dare to Be Stupid" on on the soundtrack as well. Yes, exactly. Hi, Hatter. Welcome to the show. Hatter mentioned Weird Al. So it's like the definitive 80s soundtrack. And here, I'm just going to throw this at you. One of the songs in the film obviously meant something to the director Paul Thomas Anderson. Now you know him. He directed Boogie Nights. There's a scene in that movie where Mark Wahlberg is singing a song from the soundtrack called "The Touch." What's even crazier is that Paul Thomas Anderson in 1988 made a version of Boogie Nights using, like, basically leaving that whole scene intact. I'm sure it was a different actor, of course, but that whole recording scene of Dirk Diggler singing "The Touch." So obviously this soundtrack has meaning to people. It has meaning to me. For it's like growing up, I remember parents listening to the Doors and well, maybe mom and dad, but Doors, Elton John, Beatles, stuff like that. But the Transformers the movie soundtrack was the first time where I ever realized that music can make you feel emotions. Does that make sense? Is that weird? Um, because a lot of things happen in this movie, but the music fits so well to the film. You knew exactly where these songs or these moments in the soundtrack came upon for the movie, and you felt those emotions all over again. So anyway, so that was the first time I really realized, like, wow, music can really affect you. Vince DiCola, Vince DiCola is a composer. He just finished Rocky 4. Okay. And the producers of Transformers, the movie, were just like, hey, we want that sound for our film. So basically, he just finished Rocky 4, which was Sylvester Stallone. Um, and they didn't have any actual, like, there was no footage for him to look at or whatever when he signed on. So he signed on to do it, but there was no footage for him to see. All he had was basically the storyboards. So he had the storyboards and he had to put together music using these storyboards. Um, and to be honest, and from what he said it was all in the storyboard form. And to be honest, it was difficult to get a sense of what the movie was going to look like from the storyboards. Okay. But the boards did provide him with enough timing and an overall mood that was enough for him to get started. Okay. He had no idea what Transformers were. He never watched the shows, but he knew he knew what he wanted to go for with that soundtrack. Okay, he had a general idea of what he wanted to do with it. So basically, he just started writing like a thematic, like action-related material based off the feelings he got from the storyboards. Now, as a fan of animation and studying animation, the idea of just getting the feelings of storyboards to put down onto paper seems like quite a thing. So to be able to write music. I'm not, I'm not a, I love music and stuff like that, but I don't know much behind the creation of music. Um, but for me, to be able to put that down through the images, it just is astounding to me. I mean, I can't even believe like that's what he did. He saw these storyboards and he was like, okay, I'm going to lay this out. So I guess eventually he got little bits of film footage, and he just kind of adjusted timing and so forth as he went along. Apparently, he did a demo for the producers. And it was called Legacy, and it was basically each, like, the Decepticons and the Autobots had their own like themes, and there was battle songs and stuff like that. It didn't make it at all in the film, but apparently it's out there. I'd love to be able to hear it. Apparently it's out there, and I think it was given away as a tape or something like that. Well, not a tape, probably like a CD, a demo or something like that. So you can actually listen to it at like Transformers conventions. I had I had a cassette. The first thing I bought was I had the cassette of Transformers movie, which I bought from Sam Goody at the Beverly Center, and then I eventually bought a CD of the soundtrack. But I played them a lot. I really liked the music to it. It's something else that he said. Let me hold on. I want to make sure I got this right. Although I had no previous knowledge of the show or its character, this is a quote from Vicola. Vicola. Sorry, from Decola. It quickly became apparent that Optimus Prime was a major character, and his death was going to be one of the most important, memorable parts of the movie. Um, so this is a giant toy commercial, but people who worked on this put it is a good soundtrack. Yeah, Hatter just said it's a good soundtrack. So, but people working on this knew that there was something about it that was going to be special. Yeah, it bombed at the box office. It didn't do well, but it became such a cult classic. It became such a huge influence in people's lives, and for people who love that film. Um, so the people working on it, they got it. DeCola was saying, oh, he said this was the most fun experience he had working on a film. Everything's like synthesizers. He had like 2 truckloads of synthesizers that showed up to his like home studio, and it was just laid out for him to play with. Plus, the guy who was doing the sound effects also had his synthesizers too. So they had all this equipment, all this stuff to play with, and you could tell that they enjoyed doing it. There was, hold on real quick, there was something else that he was just saying how the melody for the Death of Optimus Prime actually came rather quickly for him. It wasn't quite a struggle to put that together. But this is what I thought was really interesting. So the director of Transformers the movie, his name was Nelson Shin. Okay, and the director of the film thought that the music wasn't the right fit for the movie. I think DeCola was a talented composer, but he seemed mainly to work with the executive producer, who took financial budget who took financial budget rather than try to understand the film, which I, as a director, wanted him to do as my words. So he felt like that the music didn't represent how he was telling the story. The marketing was terrible. It didn't know. I didn't know that I made it into theater until months later. Yeah, no, the marketing was awful. And I remember, Hatter, I remember seeing the list of films for the theater at Sycamore Plaza, Man Theater, that it said Transformers the movie. And then by the time I think I was able to finally go to see it, it was gone. It did not make it didn't have much of a release. It didn't do well in the theaters, so it was there and gone. Um, but going back now to the song "The Touch." Now this is interesting because I was jumping through articles and stuff. Stan Bush is the one who wrote the song "The Touch." Now him and his writing partner, who I'm blanking on the name right now, was originally going to be. They originally wrote it for Sylvester Stallone's movie Cobra. Okay. But apparently, I don't know if the producers of Cobra didn't like it, but the record label gave it to the producers for Transformers the movie. So their film, the song "The Touch," got put into that. Um, Stan Bush, he worked with Alice Cooper. He worked with Jefferson Starship. I almost said Jefferson Airplane, but in the 80s, it was Jefferson Starship. Um, and, 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 For him, it was just like, why? These are a bunch of, it's a cartoon about transforming robots. You're putting our song into, okay, cool. But when he realized how much of an impact afterwards it was going to be, and how positive it was, because for him, the song The Touch was about exceeding your limitations, I guess is the best way to say it. There's a spiritual edge to it, you know? So for that song, and for when he started going to conventions and people were talking about it, it really made him realize that he wrote something that was something very special. And one of the funniest things is that, let's see, where it was that the idea for the song originally came there. He was watching, do you guys remember Iron Eagle with Louis Gossett Jr.? There's a scene in Iron Eagle, and basically Louis Gossett Jr. says to this kid who's one of the pilots, he says, "Kid, you got the touch," and that's when the song was born. A quote Stan Bush. I thought this was interesting. He said, although Stan Bush had no say in the touch being in Boogie Nights. Basically, you know, like with most musicians, their music isn't their own. They don't own it after it's produced. So he didn't really have anything to say. He said, it was an after the fact thing on my end. This is a quote from Sam Bush. It was an after the fact thing on my end. I just went to the theater and saw Mark Wahlberg's scene. And he said, I guess it's the old axiom about any exposure being good. You know, so that's what's so interesting, and why I had to mention about this soundtrack is, you know, basically Vincent DiCola, he went off, he ended up Vince DiCola, he ended up doing like Staying Alive. I told you he did Rocky 4. I mean, it's just so interesting to find how things get done. And for the soundtrack, it's just a cult classic as much as the film. So, thank you for indulging me with that. We do have, I'm going to try and finish these. I've got 3 figures left, okay? I already took care, you know. You saw I opened up Rodimus Prime, Hot Rod. He's not Rodimus Prime yet in this form. Hot Rod, and then I opened up Grimlock on the first show, Grimlock and Wheelie, okay? There is one more figure I do not have. I'm just going to accept the fact that I don't have him yet. He's not going to be part of the show. Is Scourge. They only made one Decepticon in this series, in this studio series for Transformers movie. I'm hoping there's a series 2. I really hope there, because I'd really like to have an RC figure. I know they have different ones of it, but something that relates more. Because what's really neat about these figures is they're all in the size relation of their sizes in the actual cartoon. So it would be great to get an RC and some more villains. Cyclonus would be cool. Galvatron. There was never a really good Galvatron toy. I would love for them to bring a Galvatron of this. So let's jump right to it. I'm going to open up Jazz. Jazz was always like my favorite of the Transformers. I remembered this time to bring my handy cutting tools. Jazz was always my favorite. And if you were here last week, you heard what I said about how he was voiced by Scat Carruthers. And when Scat Carruthers died, they never replaced Jazz's voice. So for the remainder of the cartoon, season 3 and part of 4, he was just always in the background. You never really heard his voice again. This is super cool. They all have their backgrounds. So this is Moonbase 1 or 2 that Jazz was on. With Spike, I guess. Was Jazz? I don't remember. But this is Moonbase 2 or Moonbase 1. Let's get these out of the way. I'm going to grab the instructions because I'm really bad at transforming these Transformers. Let me move these out of the way. I had a terrible time with Grimlock, and I almost didn't make it with Hot Rod either. They've just gotten so complicated. I mean, I remember just building these things without instructions. Okay, this is so much easier than trying to tear apart the little plastic bands holding them together, holding them in place. Here's his gun. And let's get Jazz out of here. Oh, very cool. Got that. Okay, done. Now, I did say last week I was going to try and do this without the instructions. Do I try that? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna lay out the instructions just in case. But here's Jazz. He looks just like the cartoon. It's very cool. I remember when Universal Studios had Transformers. Like you could meet Transformers. This was in the '80s, and I think it was Jazz and Starscream. I think it was just two. It was just like Jazz and Starscream, and they were really funny and really boxy. But you know, they tried. It was the '80s. Let's see how we transform him. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, I'm looking at the instructions. I'm just gonna do it. Flip it around, do that. Okay. These go in here. Close that back down. Am I doing this already? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. What happened here? Okay, yeah. That's weird. Uh okay, so that's gonna go like that. That's gonna go like that. These flip down. Okay, no problem here. Okay. And they just push up. Oh, yep, they just push up like, okay, pushing up like that. And locking into place. Oop. That's weird. Oh, okay, yep, got it. Put it back into place like so. And now what? uh, I really wish I could have played some of the music for you from the film, or had that play in the background, but copyrights and so forth makes that not so possible. But you can, if you don't own the soundtrack or you don't want to buy it, you can find most of the music on YouTube. I don't know how they're able to play it and not get copyright issues, but so check it out. It's definitely worth listening to. Oh, this goes like that. Okay, yay. Oh, that goes there. Oh, I see. Okay, so cool. The head disappears like that, and then that replaces it. Cool. Look at that. I just made the hood. Um, I think I jumped ahead though. Ahead. No, it's fine. It's fine. Then twisting. Right. Already flipping over. Yeah. Okay. No. Yes. Okay, this is gonna go here. It seems like I didn't need to twist it. Okay, that's going to come out here. Anyways, like I was saying, it's just a really great soundtrack. It just feels, if he's like the original toy, his arms go under the hood. That's what I'm doing right now, Hatter. The arms are going under the hood. Um, there's just one part that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. They stay straight like that. What am I missing here? Oh, I see what turns. Oh, I turned the wrong part. Okay, got it. No problem. Arms under the hood and then connect into here. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And then that's like that. So that all connects into there. I remember Jazz being a lot more metal too. I went through the whole thing about the differences between the toys that now and they were then. Um, I don't think I ever had Jazz as a figure. I feel like the only Transformers I had were what were the ones I had? The Transformers I had were Optimus Prime, Wind Charger. I remember Twin Twist. He was one of the pull back, flip over kind of Transformers. And I remember the Constructicons. I don't think I ever had all of them to make Devastator. I think I almost got this. I think this is almost finished. Goes like that. Yeah. Okay. Um, oh, and I remember having a headmaster, and it was the one that was the alligator. He was like purple and green. I can't remember his name. Okay, this is going in here. That's like that. Almost got it connected here. Just have to keep botching up the back. Huh? Did I do that right? Oh, I need to have this part up, and then it locks into place. There we go. Oh, I think I didn't push these in enough. Yep, I didn't push them in enough. Okay, so I think I generally have Jazz put together. And there's a little spot to stick his gun. Okay, Jazz. Boom, done, Jazz. Okay. 2 more left. I'm going to do this. Okay, toss that over here. Next up, let's do Blur. Blur was voiced by, do you guys remember the Micro Machine Man? He did those Micro Machine commercials. He was always talking really fast. So Blur was the Micro Machine Man. I wonder whatever happened to that guy after the 80s. I feel like people talking really fast was only like an 80s thing. After that, nobody wanted to hear that. Okay. Blur wasn't my favorite. You know, he was in the film. He slowed down. At her. This is Autobot City. The backgrounds of Autobot City. I'm gonna keep his instructions just in case. You mean he slowed down because of age? uh, but that was a big thing. He was doing everything in the 80s. It was like everyone thought it was the greatest thing in the world. He could talk really fast. What was his name? What was the Micro Machine? What was his name? This is like his little welding tool. Jazz didn't come with any extra, like the hands flip back and like a tool would show up. Hot Rod came with like a blade and stuff like that. There's that. Okay. Now, Jazz, as you can tell, ooh, this is making, sorry about the, oh, forgot a little thing. Sorry about the noise. There we go. He's out. So Jazz and Grimlock are the only ones from the original 80s toy line. All these other figures like Hot Rod, Blur, and Cup are the futuristic ones. These are the ones that they killed off the old Transformers for. So you can have these. So here's Blur. He looks pretty good. I don't remember what his car thing looks like. I remember Cup was like a weird truck. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Does that just, his head goes down? What? Let's see here. So I'm turning him all the way around. This is going up. Oh, okay. That just covers his head completely. Now he looks like that weird pyramid guy from Silent Hill. You liked his design. Yeah, he's a cool figure. I just don't remember really being like, oh, he's awesome. Like I don't know. He didn't really, what is that? Is that supposed to open or something? No, that just locks into place, right? Oops. Or is this supposed to open? Let me see if this opens. Is that open? Or does it open that way? Oh, does it turn? It turns. Oh, it turns around. Okay, cool. So that just turns around like that. Oh, hello, Elizabeth. Welcome, welcome. Let's see here. So that's there. These are going up. Okay. I do like how they hide the fists. It opens up and the fists just kind of go into somewhere else. I do like that. Oh, wow, this goes like this. Okay. There we go. Twist it around. And then close it. Okay. It's funny. A lot of my earlier jobs, I was like a PA, so I was always running around in cars, driving around and stuff like that. Sometimes taking long trips, grabbing things for different people I was working with. And I just remembered I always made sure I had the Transformers the movie CD with me, especially if I was driving a van or a truck. I always liked having the Transformers the movie soundtrack in there. You got that very Optimus Prime sound feel happening when you're driving it. Yeah, there you go. That's me. Okay, so this is going to flip out like that. Okay, oh, did I break them? No. Um, they definitely feel like you can break them. The plastic these guys are made of. You definitely get this feeling, but yeah, they worked really hard where things are all in ball joints so it can pop off. But you definitely feel like I could break it easily without trying. What happened here? So that flips out, and then this goes like that, right? No, hold on. Oh, so that just, did I miss a step? See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm too old. I'm too old to transform these things. This is sad. No, I think it just. Oh, I'm on this way now. There's a big thing here that says 180 turn. See? Oops, sorry, Hot Rod. See? 180, and I just totally, I missed it. Sorry, let me get Hot Rod back up here. You okay, Hot Rod? There you go, you're fine. Let's get him into frame there. Okay. So that goes, flips around. Okay, that one goes there. And then that flips out. Flipping this over. Okay. And, oh, now what? Oh, wait. I'm flipping them back this way. And now I'm folding this like this. Okay. And then that connects into this. I definitely, okay, I'm now starting to remember what this thing looks like. And it is a very cool design for the toy, for a car that he turns, this futuristic car that he turns into. Um, him and RC looked relatively, their vehicles looked really close to each other. Why didn't this snap into place? Mm. Oh, I see. Okay. That goes there. Yeah. Okay. I think I wish that this wasn't live because then I could just cut and be like, look, I put it together through the magic of editing and the 3 hours I took out of this. That's why this I had to do this in 3 parts because I couldn't, it took me so long to build Grimlock. Okay, so this is going to, is that gonna, wait, what? Oh, okay, and this flaps here. Okay, I think I need to get this part down here. Let's do this part first. Let's get this into place. Okay. Yeah, that makes it, they stick a little bit better. Oh. Elizabeth, did you play with Transformers? She probably looked at this and like, Transformers, never mind. I'm out. I can't get these, it won't stick to Barbies. Gotcha. Did Barbie ever transform? I feel like Barbies would have had like an equivalent of American Girl dolls. Oh gosh, American Girl dolls. They scare me out. That whole shop. They have one at the Grove, and it just seems so freaky. Almost like a Village of the Damned kind of thing. Because you always see the kids. They come out with a doll that looks just like them, and sometimes they're attached to backpacks that look like weird. Oh, anyway, sorry. Not bagging on it. You know, girls had their toys too. Um, but American Girl dolls kind of freak me out. But I feel like did Barbie ever like? I think Barbie now. I know there's like Star Wars Barbies and stuff like that. But I was curious. I wonder if Barbie's ever, like tried to match up to like these kind of things, like comics and sci-fi and stuff like that in the 80s. I remember there was like a space Barbie. This just does not want to go together. I don't know why. Um, okay, I'm going to skip that part and move on. Okay, so he's here. These are there now. Flipping it again. Pulling that out like so. Very cool. This is going into here. Oh, wait a minute. How is that going to connect into that? Is this going out? Okay, hold on. Yep, here we go. There we go. Oh, that's where these stick in. Okay, good. Her hair would grow. That's a transformation. So yeah, you know, that's how that would work. And then this goes like that. Okay, cool. I think I have blur figured out. Yes. Like that and like that. Okay. Blur seems weird. Oh, there's a seat. What am I missing here? Blur looks really weird. Okay, so I think that's blur. What am I missing? Is that right? I can't get this part to connect. It won't connect right here. I don't know why. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. There's blur. So there we go. Blur, hot rod, wheels. No, this hovers. That's what I'm saying. It's the future, man. No wheels. Uh, I think you're thinking about what was his name? What was his name that turned into three different vehicles? He had wheels because you saw him like revving up. Oh, maybe RC had wheels also. Blur did not have wheels. Um, Blur didn't have any wheels. He just kind of hovered. This looks like a mess. I'm gonna just that's there. There's Blur. So we got Blur. Oh my gosh, this shows right. Okay, I'm gonna get this last one open up. Here we go. This is Cup. He is, which is weird. Okay, so Cup's the old timer of the group. Um, there was even if you watch like the making of Transformers movies, when all the voice actors are talking about the different people, and they mention him, he was like really old, like I think he was like in his 80s when he was Cup, and he had like hearing aids and stuff like that, and it's funny to listen to them talk about it. Okay, so Cup has. I'm gonna need those instructions. Cup's background is when they're on the Quintesson planet, and he gets attacked by this giant ink squid thing, and he gets broken apart, and Hot Rod puts him back together. So that's the background for that. So let's put Cup together. But yeah, so anyway, so he's the old timer, and yet you never saw him. Oh my God, Hatter. I'm gonna see. You know what? Hold on. Let me get it to this. Ba weep grana weep ninny bomb. These are it comes with Energon treats. Remember that Ba weep grana weep ninny bomb. Cup comes with these. That reminds me of a time. Exactly, Hatter. Um, Stop everything you're doing right now. Go buy Cup and get the Energon treats and just live your life by saying "Ba weep grana weep ninny bomb." I cannot believe that he's got the little Energon treats. He's got his gun. But anyways, what I was trying to say was that I think I'm gonna need Hot Rod to fix him because I just tore his arm off. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize he was still stuck into this thing, and I just pulled his arm off. Okay. I'm sure it's going to fit right back into place. Cup looks really good. The head sculpts on these, let's see if I can get this in here, are really cool. They look just like the cartoon. Even the figures themselves, they look like the cartoon. I'm going to try and get his arm back on. I literally think, yeah, Hot Rod had to put his arm back on too from the movie. It's not really fitting back on very well. That's interesting. Oh, okay, it's fine. The other one's like that also. So here's Cup. I like him already. He's really cool. But he was an old timer, And it was like, well, how come nobody really knew about him before? Maybe he was like in solitude or something like that, while the other, you know, Transformers took place. The Transformers the movie took place in 2005. So maybe Cup was just living on his own, living his life, and then eventually met up with the Autobots. But he was supposed to be like this big war hero, and you never saw him until the movie came out. Okay, here we go. Let's build. Nope, that's not it. Let's build Cup. Let's do this. I don't have Scourge. I wish I did. Um, but this is the last one of the group. Arms go up, even though I snapped it off, but it's fine. Doing a 180. This is going down like that. And flipping out again. What? Okay. Okay, what's happening here? Oh, okay, these are going out. Oh, here's his wheels. We got wheels. We got wheels, Hatter. Look, wheels. Okay. I love how they hide the wheels in these things. Like, uh, for Hot Rod, you hit his wheels as well. Um, okay, here we go. So, wheels are out. These go that way. And which way? What? Wait, where's this going? Oh, whoa. Oh, okay. This is crazy. There's so much articulation in this guy. I don't know what I'm doing, though. Okay, hold on. That's like that. That's right. That's right. Okay, hold on. There we go. And there we go. Wait, what happened? Is this right? I'm going to say yes. Okay, close enough. Then he's going to bend down like that. What is that? Look up the Cybertronic Spree on YouTube. Cybertronic Spree. Who is Spree? What are you talking about? Okay, so he's going to go like this. Oh, that band. Yes, Cybertronic Spree. Find them on on YouTube. They actually dress like Transformers. I don't mean dress like they're Transformers playing, and they do Barracuda. Oh my God, I forgot about them. I wanted to talk about them for the show because I was talking about the music. Look them up, Spree. Oh my gosh. Uh, okay, what's happening here? I gotta flip this over. Oh my God, I totally forgot. I wanted to talk about them. Okay, now this is now going to go like so. Oh, his arm came off again. No. Okay, this might be a problem. Okay, no, it's not. No, it's not. I am going to build this. Oh, and now his other arm came off. I lost it. Hold on. Watch out. Where is it? Oh my gosh. Okay. I've managed I've managed to break both arms off. They're pop the joints pop out. So, I okay. Oh, wow. This is just a disaster. Okay, so this is going to go like that. Um, the drummer looks sick. Which one was the drummer Soundwave? I can't remember. I just remember Unicron seeing the drummer. It was like, oh my gosh. Let's see here. How do I get this in here? Oh, I broke his arm off again. Okay, I keep snapping his arm off. Shockwave, that's right. Okay, this is not going over very well because I keep breaking him. I'm not sure why he keeps coming apart. Do do do. Man, this is getting weird. This looks like a Veritech fighter's second form from Robotech. Remember there was that weird jet with walking legs? That's what this is happening here. That's what's happening with this. So this is supposed to lock into place, but every time I do that, his arms break off. Let me see if I can, hold on. Okay, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, I see. There was a joint I was missing, and that's why I kept breaking it. And I broke it again. Okay, it's fine. I get it now. I think I get it. And this goes like that. And that goes like that. Okay. Here we go. Oh, yeah, yeah. I finally watched that. Had her the cover for Dare to Be Stupid. So I don't see this working out very well. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Hold on. I think I got it. I got it. Nope. Yes. Yes, I got it. Okay, here we go. I was getting a little worried there. So now these, I flip around to this. Now it kind of looks like the Ed 209. You know, you have 20 seconds to comply. These flip in. Okay, his little feet flip in. Now I do another 180 flip. I just broke this part off. I'm not sure what's happening with me tonight. It must be the superhuman strength that happens on Monday nights to me. But I keep breaking pieces off. I didn't break anything off of the other ones. This is the one I seem to break. Okay. What? Oh, that's weird. It does this weird, hold on, thing where okay. This is a really complicated transformer. Okay, that goes like that. And then what? He's old, be gentle. I'm trying. What happened? So that came off, and then what? I put it back? I broke it off again. I should have bought two of these. I should have bought two of these, and then I could have practiced before I did this show. I haven't transformed a transformer in like, it's been a long time. And I think this was just too much for me out of all these. What piece is that? Uh, uh, so what? No, that's still there. What? The wheels came out and then they went away. Why is this not working? Just supposed to, what is this supposed to do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope, I broke it off again. Yeah, who needs instructions? I'm using the instructions. I'm not trying to figure this out on my own. I was using the instructions and I broke off the other side. So this cup falls apart a lot. It might be pilot error, by meaning me. But I'm not sure why this is not, it's just not doing its thing. And so there's cup. I'm going to just leave that over there. Oh my gosh. So if you're going to live stream transforming Transformers, practice. That's my tip for the night. Practice. Please come back on Wednesday as I finish the 1989 Lego Batmobile, and there's more Batman trivia. We're gonna be playing the Bat Who trivia game again. If you played it last week, tons of fun, crazy quotes. Remember, the Batmobile's not a beeper. The Bat Signal's not a beeper. And then I'll, as always, come back on Friday for Just Draw the Damn Thing, a fun little drawing game show. where you can get the bragging rights to be master of the line. Once again, thank you everybody for coming to visit The Recovering Collector. My name is Michael Jason Francis, and I will see you next week.